It's not what I was being led to.
Fast forward to present day, Maine has lived in Bakersfield for the last few years and is healthy and is strong, competing as a figure pro bodybuilder. And although she says she feels her best, no longer having that model body was hard for others to accept.
First started working out. I got looks just every so often of like, okay, like you're getting a little too big, like, and for me, I'm like, what exactly is too big? Is it bigger than the next guy next to me?
Vlad Yudin, a filmmaker who is featured on Netflix, has made 3 documentaries about bodybuilding, says female bodybuilders facing criticism for their look is common.
You know, if you're in bodybuilding, you go through more scrutiny as a woman, right? Because if you don't, you know, quote unquote, like just generally appealing, you know what I mean, to the general public, of course you're going to be judged more. So if they do it and they believe in it, they're going to be more invested, more passionate. He
says it's women like Maine who do it for their own reason, who are successful in this competitive bodybuilding world.
If you're into this type of lifestyle and this type of sport, like, you don't necessarily care what anybody thinks. They do it for them.
And while Maine is doing it for herself to get stronger both mentally and physically, she's also doing it for others. Now an advocate for women, inspiring and reminding them that they have the power to make their bodies look however they want.
It's about them at the end of the day. So I hope people will feel empowered to do that, and they feel more confident with changing their bodies in any way they want to, and not feel afraid that they're going to be either too small or too big for somebody else.
Maine is currently training and getting ready for a competition coming up in the summer months. You can also follow her journey as she continues inspiring others on her Facebook page like you see here. For the Now, I'm Eliza Navarro, 23 ABC.
Very cool. Thanks for that. Well, you can check out more than just books today at the library at Cal State Bakersfield. You could check out people as part of the Human Library Project. The Human Library Project was developed in Denmark back in the year of 2000 and allows people to check out people the same way you would check out a book. You would then get to sit and have a conversation with someone about their life. Organizers say it's a great way to help people break down barriers and have an honest discussion with someone they may not have met otherwise.
For example, we have one person here who's talking about being an asexual, and one of the attendees, you know, when they looked at the pamphlet, they said, I don't even know what that means, or what does that even mean? So really, it's purely education, just to know what that means, but then also, of course, empathy, so that you know what it's like to live that lifestyle.
Hundreds of Human Library events have taken place all around the world. Organizers at CSUB say depending on the feedback they get from the community, they could bring the project back again next year. Do you have a talent for working with tech? Would you be interested in a career working with robots? If so, you may want to check out Bakersfield College's Industrial Automation Program. BC's Industrial Automation Program, which offers a bachelor's degree, trains students to design, manufacture, and repair advanced technological systems. Officials say a degree in this field could be used in the fields of engineering, logistics, agriculture, oil, and many other careers. 2 information sessions will be held on Tuesday, March 12th at BC's Panorama campus. There will be 2 more sessions on Tuesday, March 19th. You can find more information on our website, turnto23.com. Chris?
The CDC has confirmed 159 measles cases in these 10 states, and it's so concerning at this point that it's prompting hearings in Congress. And today, a House committee questioning the nation's health experts about the safety of the vaccine, whether parents should actually be concerned. Here's the Now's Chris Welch.
Whether or not to vaccinate children against measles by way of the measles, mumps, and rubella shot was a debate front and center today in Washington.
These outbreaks are tragic since they're completely avoidable. Every state except 3 have enacted religious exemptions for parents who wish not to vaccinate their children.
This committee has serious concerns about how our nation's public health system is responding to the current outbreak.
2 of the nation's leading health experts who expressed confusion at the growing numbers of people choosing not to vaccinate against measles testified before a House committee.
I consider it really an irony that you have one of the most contagious viruses known to man juxtaposed against one of the most effective vaccines that we have, and yet we don't do and have not done what could be done, namely completely eliminate and eradicate this virus.
Nationally, we enjoy high measles vaccination coverage. However, there are pockets of people who are vaccine hesitant, who delay or even refuse to vaccinate themselves and their children.
They believe a spread of misinformation among those pockets of people is the culprit. A common argument from so-called anti-vax groups in those pockets is that the vaccine can cause brain swelling in kids, a question that led to this exchange and outburst today.
Can measles vaccine cause encephalitis? The vaccine?
The vaccine, no.
There's no cases of...
There is...
Rare. The health officials clarified that in rare instances of kids with underlying immune deficiencies, an MMR vaccine is not recommended.
Would a parent know if their child was in that category before?
Certainly, and that's why a parent should talk to their doctor. The safety record is good. It is an incredibly safe vaccine. Parents should be reassured that we know this vaccine is safe because of all this experience.
All this as a Texas state representative is now pushing for legislation that would allow more parents to opt out of vaccines, arguing to the Texas Observer that if a child gets measles, parents could simply use, quote, antibiotics and that kind of stuff to prevent deaths. Perplexing comments, given there is currently no treatment for measles. Reporting for The Now, I'm Chris Welch.
All right, Chris, thank you. Let's get to another check of our lineup. And it is hard to believe just how advanced prosthetics are getting. This man's arm, it's pretty much a robot arm. That's what his kids call it because it moves based on how he's thinking. That story next. All right, let's start the news feed with a growing number of people suing Bayer for its weed killer Roundup. Another 1,900 have joined the suit against the company in just the past 3 months. A jury gave a California man almost $290 million in a case accusing Roundup of causing cancer. New numbers show the Pentagon spent nearly $8 million to treat 1,500 transgender troops since 2016. USA Today says it includes 161 surgical procedures. Rotten Tomatoes taking a shot at internet trolls. Movie review website disabling comments for the movie Captain Marvel. The company says that it saw a boost in negative trolling comments. That movie about a female superhero. Rotten Tomatoes also says it will be disabling comments on all movies before they're released. Marie Kondo's show on Netflix is inspiring a lot of people to tidy up. So much so that shredder sales are actually going up. More people are also buying storage supplies for files and specialty labels. This is according to market research company the NPD Group. Now, if you haven't seen this show, she helps people clean up their homes by encouraging them to throw out things that just don't spark joy. For the first time, the FTC is challenging a company and its suspected fake Amazon reviews. The Now's Andy Taylor's here with how the company's paying up and how widespread this problem really is.
Chris, Kero Encapsulations is accused of buying fake reviews for its weight loss supplement. The FTC says the company paid a website called AmazonVerifiedReviews.com to post the fake reviews. It gave the supplement 5 stars and said things like, "It literally blocks fat from forming." Well, under the settlement, the company is blocked from selling any weight loss supplements that aren't supported by science. It also has to pay $50,000 fine and email all customers who bought the supplement and let them know about the settlement. While we hear a lot about fake Amazon reviews, they're not the only company affected by them. FakeSpot, a website that analyzes other sites for fake reviews, found about 1/3 of Amazon and Sephora reviews are either fake or unreliable, and more than half of the ones on Walmart.com, too. CBS Money Watch reported Walmart moderates its reviews and removes ones it believes are fake, but Amazon said it uses significant resources to monitor its reviews. Sephora's parent company didn't respond. Well, we mentioned FakeSpot a minute ago, and you can use it for any product you're not sure about. We used it on a mushroom drink from Sephora some of us have been talking about around here, but it claims to help you sleep better. FakeSpot gave these reviews an A.
Well, who doesn't love a movie about puppies, especially when those puppies are training to help people who are visually impaired? This week, Fox Theater will be showing the film Pick of the Litter. Check this out.
There's 3 boys and 2 girls. Patriot, Potomac, Primrose, Hoppet, and Phil.
I think you're a bit of a celebrity already.
It's not easy to be visually impaired, and a cane can help, but it's not as great as a fuzzy face and a wet nose.
So cute. Well, Pick of the Litter follows the lives of a litter of puppies from the day they're born and on their quest to becoming guide dogs for the blind. Cameras follow the pups for 2 years as they train to protect their partners from harm and the dedicated individuals who help them along the way. It's a challenging process, and only the very best make the cut. The Fox Theater will be showing Pick of the Litter this Friday, March 1st. It's not rated, so it's appropriate for the entire family. Tickets are just $6 and can be bought online or at the Fox Theater box office. Doors open at 6:30. Movie starts at 7:30. All right, well, let's take a live look at downtown Bakersfield. Trying to tell if it's still raining or not, Allison. It's been off and on all night.
Yeah, and that's what we are going to be seeing as we head into the evening hours tonight. It looks like it's off right now, but will be on very shortly because we are tracking one rain band just pushed out of the county and another is on the way, bringing some light to moderate rain down near the Taft area, slowly going to be pushing into Bakersfield. Again, this will be continuing throughout the rest of the evening, but then this system is going to be clearing. So 9:30, one last pocket of rain, and then we are going to be seeing mostly clear skies, maybe some light rain by the time you're waking up, any of you early risers out there, but then really just cloudy skies as we head into the afternoon hours for your Thursday. But winds are going to be picking up as well in our mountain and desert cities. They could actually be seeing gusts anywhere from 30 up to 35 miles per hour. But thankfully, as this system did bring some fresh air into the county, we are going to be seeing another day of air quality in the good range with an AQI of 50, and there are no restrictions, but burning is discouraged. We are tracking another system that's going to be pushing into the county, though, as we head into your weekend. This one is going to be yet another warm system, but a wet one, bringing much more precipitation than what we were seeing today here in the valley. So far, we only have 0.03 of an inch and nearing 0.4 in the mountains, but could be seen slightly more. We will definitely be seeing that as we head into Saturday with lingering showers on Sunday, mostly going to be staying dry on Monday, but then we are tracking an atmospheric river event making its way into the county on Tuesday and Wednesday. And again, historically, this does bring a good soaking to us across the county. So it looks like that's what we will be seeing as we head into the middle portion of the next week with a high of 69 on Tuesday, but then we could be seeing a colder system moving into the county by next Friday. That's going to be dropping temperatures down to the 50s, which will be below seasonal. Chris?
Well, let's start the Now News feed. IBM saying sorry for using racially insensitive terms in online job applications. For example, a college student tweeted out a picture of the application that had the option of yellow as an ethnic group. IBM says it's removed the questions. Well, this year, it's an engineering marvel. Take a look. Crews in China, they're almost finished with what's considered the horizontal skyscraper, a 250-meter-long sky bridge believed to be the highest sky bridge in the world. FedEx taking steps to make robots delivering your packages a true reality. Now, this is the FedEx same-day bot. The company actually unveiled this morning, and they're hoping to test it out in select spots this summer. Well, right now, nearly 2 million people are living with limb loss in the United States, but there's new technology that's bringing new hope. A prosthetic that responds to what a person thinks. Denise Kamasi Aaron showing us how.
Are these your socks?
Whether it's picking out socks,
The numbers go on the outside.
or picking up Legos, 34-year-old Mario Gasbaro seems to be doing it all just fine, using what his kids affectionately call his robot arm.
They seem to enjoy it more than my old arm.
A few months ago, Mario's doctors told him the lump on his elbow was a malignant tumor.
I didn't really know what to think when I found out about it.
As it grew, his doctors determined amputation was his best option.
I don't need my left arm to be able to love my kids and love my wife and to be there for them, so that was always a priority.
Mario has a new prosthetic that moves based on how he thinks.
I want to open my hand. I think, okay, open my hand and move the muscles to open my hand. And I just need to replicate that same muscle movement each time I want to try to open my hand.
Instead of the patient learning the prosthesis really learns the patient.
Dr. David Schnurr with Presbyterian St. Luke's Medical Center worked with Mario. Through new technology called targeted muscle reinnervation, Dr. Schnurr attached the nerves from Mario's forearm that power the hand to muscles in his upper arm.
And then what happens is when Mario thinks about closing his hand, instead of causing a muscle to fire down in his forearm, it causes a muscle to fire up in his biceps.
Those signals are then picked up by his prosthesis through pattern recognition. He calls the procedure the future of amputation and prosthesis.
And he contracts the muscles that make sense for him to close the hand, and the computer in the prosthesis picks that up and is then able to convert that specific signal into a hand closed.
Practicing with something like this.
Mario says it's not second nature just yet, but he's getting there with practice.
I've never felt limited or like I'm not able to do anything.
New technology, creating a new normal. For the Now, I'm Kumasi Aaron.
Well, Kamasi, thank you. And a Michigan nurse took her job to heart, braving this blizzard to help a patient in need. She works in hospice care, and one of the patients needed a nurse visit. Now, the roads were impassable at that point, at least for cars, so she strapped on some snowshoes and made the half-mile walk to the patient's home.
It was still snowing, it was still windy. It took a good 15 minutes. They needed a nurse there. I left there feeling good that I was able to help them, and I think they felt much reassured that I was there.
She says that she's glad that her story is bringing attention to hospice care, but she says she's not the important person here, her patient is. All right, let's check back in with our lineup here and uncovering the tricks of the grocery store. They are there and they're in place to get you to stay longer and spend more money. But we have what you need to look out for. That is when the Now continues. Your grocery store trip may become a long one, and it's because of some design tricks. The Now's Annie Taylor, though, she has what you need to look out for.
We all fall into them because of the experience.
Well, that's no accident. In fact, the same techniques grocery stores use to get us to shop longer are some of the same tricks casinos use to get us to gamble. Aaron Chase with $5 Dinner says it begins with creating an ambiance to get you to stay and shop longer.
They'll play music, and there's sights, and there's sounds, and there's smells.
Let's start with the music. Stores that play it will see a 38% rise in sales compared to those who don't play music, according to casino.org. Same goes for larger shopping carts. You may have noticed they're much bigger now. That too is no accident. Stores that have doubled their shopping cart size have proven that shoppers purchase 40% more than they normally would have.
Just being mindful of that, you don't have to fill your grocery cart.
Have you ever wondered why the produce is nowhere near the meat and the dairy is nowhere near the bread? Your staple items are usually scattered throughout the store, so you have no choice but to walk past more items and potentially buy things not on your shopping list. Another simple tactic, the use of color to draw you in.
With produce and with meat to help you make the purchase that they want you to make.
Oftentimes you'll see primary colors used because they are known to be more eye-catching. So the next time you shop, Aaron says, take notice of these sales tactics and you might see a difference in your wallet.
If you weren't to squirrel in the grocery store, and by squirrel I mean, fall into one of these traps, you're going to save anywhere between $5 to $20 to $25 depending on what this thing is that was not on your list.
For the Now, I'm Annie Taylor.
All right, Annie, thank you. And we've heard of robots helping out at stores behind the scenes, but tomorrow on the Now, how an entire grocery store is going robotic.
And coming up after this short break, we're checking back in with Allison. We are almost to Friday Eve. We'll see what our weekend temperatures are looking like. State Bakersfield is looking to take team building to the next level, quite literally. The Rec Center unveiled their challenge course this morning, which boasts a high ropes course and several other courses that challenge not just your body, but your spirit. It's a whopping 25 feet in the air. To put that in perspective, that's about as tall as a 2-story house. The project was funded entirely through student fees. The challenge program will begin taking reservations in March if you've got the guts. All right, well, let's take a look at our weather forecast. We're talking about it. Weekend's almost here.
Oh, cannot wait. And we're going to be seeing on and off showers until we head into your Thursday. Potentially lingering showers in the mountains, but temperatures still going to be above seasonal as we head into the weekend. But our next storm moves into the county on Saturday. This is going to be a wet one, bringing a lot more rain than what we were seeing today.
That's okay. We need the rain. That's going to do it for us on the Now Bakersfield. We'll see you back here tonight at 11.